Hey, we're back in Guthrie at the Rock tonight. Downtown Guthrie. We're just fired up to be here. I was almost speechless to get this thing underway.
Yeah, man, I am so excited. I mean, you can feel the football atmosphere going. I don't know if it's the football and the referees and the jerseys or it's the popcorn that I smell behind me, but it just feels like football time right now.
Oh, it does. And some of the guys on the crew were in Guthrie earlier today, and they said everywhere they went in downtown Guthrie, that's all everybody was talking about, the big-time football game tonight. Here's a look at the referees. Reggie Redwine, Kyle Carnes, Devin Simpson, Francis Nault, and Mick Hart is your crew tonight. And here come the Blue Jays with their 6-0 record. First time since 2014, this Blue Jay team, Dion, is off to a 6-0 start.
Yeah, and they're doing it mostly on defense, doing a good job getting turnovers, making it happen, and getting their offense extra opportunities with the football. Protect the football. Guthrie is known for their turnovers. We just mentioned that. You got to be able to hold on to the football. And number 3, stone cold boot. What do you use your boot to do in the football games?
Kick.
You kick the football. That's exactly right. We already mentioned David Vargas is an outstanding player, and he'll do great things in this game. So you have to be able to win the kicking game if you're going to win this game tonight.
All right, those are your keys to the game. We were down on the field before the game, and Oklahoma's had a lot of rain the last day and a half, and field's in pretty good shape. Actually looked like they hadn't cut the grass in a while.
Yeah.
You think they did that on purpose?
See, they used to do that when Randy Moss would come over to town, and they'd say the long grass would slow him down, and you get your DBs some. But like the coach just said to me when we got a chance to talk to him, he said, fast is fast and slow is slow.
That's right. If you and I are racing, you're going to beat me if we're on tall grass or in a parking lot, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have my money on me.
Well, it is mostly cloudy right now, 94% humidity, 59 degrees, the wind's out of the north at about 6 miles an hour, and that means it's blowing from our right to left. As Guthrie won the toss, they deferred to the second half. And that means Carl Albert will get the ball. To start things is David Vargas, who's been very good on his touchbacks all season long, to try and do it again, and he will. The Titans will not get a chance to return the opening kickoff. As we take a look at the Titans offense, Kenyon Arnold at left tackle with Noah Dobson, Ryan Evans, Jacob Gentry, and Clayton Frazier. Tight ends David Peters, Adrian Taylor, Javion Traylor, Chris Fields, and Rico Wyndham. And the head coach is Mike Corley. And then your starting quarterback is Ben Harris, a sophomore, 6 foot, 180 pounder. Helped lead him to the state championship 1 year ago. They are back-to-back defending state champs. And Taylor gets the ball on first down, and look at him go, Dion. It takes 3 Guthrie players to bring him down. As we take a look at the Guthrie Blue Jays defensive front, Josh Raines, Campbell Leach, Chase Stevenson, David Scott, Dominic Gooseby, Trevay Williams, Cade Whitfield, Caden Ballard Stevenson, C.J. Ward, Cale Kaufman, and Hector Gooseby are the starters. And look out for J.D. Coonfield. He'll get an opportunity as well. Then on the snap, and the handoff bobbled a little bit, and getting out of there is Ben Harris. And he is going to be tackled for a loss and rolled over into the side of the stadium over there, Dion, into the rock.
Yeah, Guthrie almost got themselves an early turnover. Look at this right here. It's just a situation where, I don't know, it must have been a miscommunication. He was trying to fake the play action, and then he did it kind of last minute. The running back runs right into the football and knocks it out of his hands. Although he's able to get out of bounds, it still looks like he lost some yards on that first down play.
Turnovers have been the key on the season for this Guthrie 6-0 start. 23 in total, and of those 23, they've scored 9 times. That's a pretty good return on your investment.
Yeah, that's very true. A defense that can get your offense the ball is a good defense.
It's going to be a 3rd and long situation. 3rd and 12. Pass too high and out of bounds. And the Titans are going to have to punt on their first series. Great defensive stand by the Blue Jays.
Yeah, and that one just got away from the quarterback there. Seemed like he was trying to hit that short screen pass and get his athlete some room in space, but he wasn't able to get his hand on it.
Ben Harrison, you saw him looking at his elbow there, and I think when he got tackled by the sidelines and rolled into the rock wall, he got an abrasion there on his left elbow, or his right elbow. So I imagine that'll be taped up the next time he comes out there on offense. There's high spiraling kick. And taken by the Blue Jays. Flag down, another flag down, and Marcellus Owens is the one who was on the return. Take a look at the Guthrie starters. Dylan Dollar, Parker Rainey, Johnny Scroggins, Justin Ergang, Trenton Scannell, Blake Jackson, CJ Ward, Justin Adams, Brody Hinkle, leading receiver, and Cade Gugesberg. And Reggie Redwine with his first TV time of the night.
It's like everybody saw that one and decided, hey, I want to throw my flag in there. I want to throw my flag. It was 3 flags in one spot.
So must have been pretty obvious. I guess we're not going to hear from, nope, what's he doing? Yeah, there he is. It's like a block in the back. We are actually on the visitor side tonight, not in the press box. We're in a tent. We're covered by a tent, I should say. We're in an open air. Great setting to do a football game. I love it, don't you?
Yeah, we got the whole atmosphere, the whole experience tonight. We could smell it, feel it, hear it all.
Jackson Waddle in at quarterback for the Guthrie Blue Jays. Handoff on first down and nowhere to go. Swarmed under by the Titan defense. And the run by Cale Kaufman, number 6.
And what Jonathan Mosley on the stop right there. Good defensive tackle by him, making it look hard and easy at the same time.
Alphonse Joseph, Ethan Ridenour, Denzel Knapp, Jonathan Fulkerson, David Peters, Reese Collier, Montrell Britt, Javian Hunt, Jonathan Mosley, Rico Wyndham, and Javion Taylor. Your defensive set for head coach Mike Corley. Corley in his second year, taking over for Gary Rose. Waddle looking for somebody to throw to, and everybody covered downfield, and he again, just a bunch of white jerseys around him.
Yeah, had nowhere to go with the football. Good job by him being decisive, seeing immediately on that sprint out pass that there was nobody downfield. Then he decides to tuck the ball and get what he can get, but doesn't get anything at all.
Ethan Ridenour, 67, with the tackle for the Titans. Both these teams 6-0. 5 undefeated teams in Class 5A left. These are 2 of them, Duncan, Ardmore, and Collinsville. The other 3, as you see Waddle's stats on the year. Quick slant pass and incomplete. In and out of the hands of his receiver, Tahik Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson, ball gets on him really quickly right there, trying to give him that quick tight end hitch route over there towards the middle. Wasn't able to hang on to it. Might have been still running if he does complete that pass.
David Vargas back to punt. 2 men deep for Carl Albert. All crosses midfield and takes a little bit of a Carl Albert bounce. It's going to be shy of the 45, right around the 44-yard line, and that's where the Titans come in. We're excited to be doing this game tonight. The fans actually picked which game we were going to broadcast thanks to the Ford fan pick. And this is the one they came up with, and it's a good one.
Yeah, it truly is. And I mean, I'm kind of grateful because I've never, ever been able to experience a game in the Rock. And it's going to be a fun one to experience one with you, Zig.
It's a great atmosphere. Mike Corley in his second year, he is a perfect 20-0. Last year, the Titans won their 2nd straight title. 14-0, first time in the history of the school, Dion, that they've finished a season undefeated. Which is unbelievable.
First time?
Yeah, first time ever.
Wow. Because Carl Albert has a storied and rich tradition of football, so it's surprising to hear that was the first time that they went undefeated.
13 state championships in all at Carl Albert. 61 overall titles in school history, and they won it in back-to-back years in 16 and 2017.
That's the second time Ben Harris has been a little high on that screen pass. So let's see if that continues with the rest of the ball game.
Harris again dropping back, has a receiver open down the middle of the field, and it was intended for Anthony Davis.
Yeah, and he had a beat on that DB that was guarding him, and Harris kind of leads him a little too far. High snap right there, does a good job of bringing it down, puts it in the air, and it's just out of his range.
Put it up a little too much air, threw it too far down the field, and Davis couldn't run underneath it, so to bring up a 3rd and long.
And I've been able to have this talk with my friend Clint Shell, former all Big 12 quarterback at Oklahoma State, and he was telling me, oh, the quarterback position is more of a finesse position. You got to keep your adrenaline and your emotions in check, especially early in the ball game.
Harris again, this time hits Chris Beals. He's got enough for a 1st down into Guthrie territory. You take a look at Guthrie's head coach, Kelly Beebe. It's his 5th year as the head coach, been here 15 years. This throw a lot better out of the hand of the quarterback.
Definitely. Look at this, and look at the run after the catch. Nice spin move, hit the B button, and get up the field and get some extra yards for the Carl Arbor Titans.
So Harris with his first completed pass of the night, 1 out of 4. And it's a 1st down into Guthrie territory. There you take a look at Beebe. 2 great coaches, both have a long history at each of these schools. Another quick pass and nice defense by Guthrie. Ball was tipped at the line.
Yeah, Josh Raines right there comes up on the outside, gets in the air, and it does exactly what they teach you, okay? If you're not able to get there in time to sack the quarterback, make an athletic play. Stop, jump, get in this line of sight, and even bat the ball down.
2nd and 10, 8:39 to go here in the 1st quarter of play. Guthrie in their gray uniforms, Carl Albert in the road white. Harris under pressure, that one nearly picked off. Guthrie looking for their 24th turnover of the year. You know, in week 1 at Enid, 5 defensive touchdowns, 3 pick-6s, and 2 fumble. And scoop and score.
You can see why. Look at the pressure that they get on the quarterback. Look how everybody's attacking the football. Look at him break on the ball. That is a great play by a defensive back and the linebacker. It's just got to complete it, and he gets their 24th turnover of the year.
They played 3 6A teams to start, 6A2 teams to start the season before they rolled into the 5A schedule, and the coach getting them ready for the year. Harris on 3rd down, quick out pattern. Caught by Anthony Davis down the sideline. That is a touchdown for Carl Albert, 40 yards.
And look at the speed. Look at the speed of number 15. That's your man, Anthony Davis, on the outside. What a run. Look at this right here. It's just a simple 5-yard out. But in man-to-man defense, you miss this tackle, it could be 6, and Anthony Davis says it is 6, Dion.
Walking the tightrope down the sidelines. PAT by Jacob Eddy, the kicker. Freshman kicker is good. 7-0. You're watching the Ford game of the week as Carl Albert strikes first.
Game Time Keys to the Game are brought to you by Tulsa Tech. For your future success, go to tulsatech.edu. Join us all fall long for some of the top high school football from around the country on Game Time.
Are you looking to build a career in the high-demand and high-paying field of construction? What are you waiting for? Tulsa Tech offers affordable, hands-on training and state-of-the-art facilities. Great training that can give you confidence. Get trained in fields like carpentry, electricity, HVAC, masonry, and welding. To learn how Tulsa Tech can help you make your own path to a successful career, call 918-828-5000 or visit tulsatech.edu.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
we are back in the Rock. Look at this beautiful fall Oklahoma night, 59 degrees. Look at the moon up there, Dion. Man, this is full fall football weather, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like somebody painted it. Look at the Rock, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
My friend Robert Allen actually told me that this used to be, and correct me if I'm wrong, a railroad station, and that's why it's underground, something like that.
Okay, I'm going to believe it. Sounds good.
It sounded interesting to me.
And you got downtown basically 100 yards away from the Rock and all the buildings. And
yeah, you can actually see the tunnel behind the scoreboard right there.
Yeah. And then in the south end zone is center field when baseball season rolls around. It's just a great environment here in Guthrie. If you've never been to a football game, there you can see the baseball field. See right there, the infield dirt, and then back toward the stands and the press box, and then you come out toward where center field, the goalpost is. That's center field.
So you think you have to hit the ball on the 10 or the 20 for it to be a home run?
I think it's right about the goal. Well, yeah, it's about the 20 because it kind of angles across the 20 toward the other end zone, or the other side of the end zone.
Do you think they fair catch it when it comes over?
Well, when football season ends, then they put the fence up and go across the field. That last drive, 6 plays, 56 yards, ate up 1 minute and 4 seconds. And it was a touchdown pass from Ben Harris to Anthony Davis, a 40-yarder. This kick a little short and fielded at about the 15-yard line, and then swarmed under.
After the 24-yard line.
Number 3 again, Marcellus Owens.
Also down there to make the tackle, number 7, Dejon MacArthur.
Blue Jays take over, 1st and 10.
Blue Jays are going to take over at their own 25, about the 24-yard line. Second time they've touched the ball. First one they had to go with 3 and out, just like Carl Albert did. So maybe now they'll get settled down and march down the field against this Titan defense. See what Coach Beebe and his staff has called up.
See trips formation over there at the top of your screen.
Waddle, the handoff on first down, and no running room again for Guthrie.
And it's the simple quarterback zone read. Keeps it and runs opposite of the trips formation, kind of trying to put that defense over there towards the field and attack the numbers, and doesn't get much off of it.
Loss of 1 for Waddle. Rolling to his left. Again, nobody to throw to, and white jerseys in the way.
Quarterback keeper around left end. Tackle for loss.
Yeah, and that's the second time they've done that sprint out pass, and the same result happens because of it. Nobody to throw the ball to down the field. Tries to put the ball back under his arms. Jackson does and get up the field, but there's some Carl Albert Titans there ready to bring them to the turf, or the grass if we're speaking to be specific.
It's turf. It's just real turf. Third and 14. So they've lost 4 yards and now a penalty.
Flag on the play.
And you could have a false start against the Blue Jay offense. Blue Jays, this is how successful they've been, Dion. They've won 5 or more games every year since 1999.
That's impressive.
So you add to the streak already because they're 6-0 this season. Longtime coach here, Rafe Watkins, and then handed over the reins to Kelly Beebe. Pass out in the flat. Trying to make something happen, and Fahik Jackson just can't get anything going.
And that's just a good defensive play by number 67 down there. Okay, he doesn't make the tackle, but he stays home and makes sure that the opposing player who has the football has to make a move, and it slows him up from getting upfield quickly.
Ethan Ridnour. Chris Veals deep, takes the punt at about the 46. Trying to get outside and nowhere for him to go. Tackle made that time by number 36, Campbell Leach.
That's a big time tackle by Campbell Leach. Look at this right here, because if he gets around him, he has some blockers on the outside to pick up and getting some good yardage. And Leach said, nuh-uh, son, not today.
There you see Leach. A lot of these guys end up going offense and defense and special teams.
He's got that Clay Matthews back there.
With the long hair working. Ben Harris, third time the Titans have had the ball here in the first quarter. There's the sophomores. Leach comes around and forces him to throw maybe quicker than he wanted to. And just out of the outstretched arms of his intended receiver, number 16, Adrian Taylor.
And you knew they were waiting on that play. Mr. Williams, number 20, does a good job of getting a collision on him before he releases into the open field, and it slows him up, and you can see it's just enough to slow down the timing in the pass so they don't complete it.
Taylor injured in week 1 against Midwest City, and then came back last week as they beat Northwest Classic 48-0. He's trying to get his legs back under him. Second down play. Pass complete that time to Rico Wyndham.
Yeah, and it kind of seems like number 12, the quarterback back there, Ben Harris, has settled down just a little bit and is able to get some completions. The balls are on target. Look for that to continue the rest of this first half.
Ben Harris, 6 foot, 180-pound sophomore. Helped quarterback this team a year ago. Hand off to Taylor. Adrian hit at the 40. Thrown back. He was just trying to look for some little bit of space, and there wasn't any there.
There was nothing there. There was nothing there. You can tell they're kind of keying on Taylor. As soon as he touches the ball, look at him. Everybody's eyes on 16 right there. They know who the man is for this Carl Albert Titans team, and they know who they need to stop.
Tackle made by Williams and some of his teammates for Guthrie. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Harris again, fakes it. Pass caught by Veals. He's thrown down, but got positive yards out of that one and makes it a 3rd and manageable.
And that's that cover 4 beater right there that Guthrie is playing. Every time you see a cover 4, you're gonna see a bunch of 5 yards and out. Right there where you see the cornerback isn't in position yet, the safety's just a little far back. They're gonna take advantage of those short yardage throws and try and get up the field monotonously and get those first down.
Great angle on that. Again, Guthrie getting pressure from the outside. Harris threw the ball before Veals even turned to look at it, and by the time he turned, it was right on top of him. Made the nice catch and moved upfield. It's now 3rd and 2. Direct snap to Taylor.
And I don't think he got it.
It's going to be a little bit short. It's going to bring up a decision here from the Titans.
And you can see he's looking for that cutback lane, but this Guthrie defense, they stay disciplined, they stay in their lanes, and there's nowhere for him to go with the football.
D1 MacArthur in the backfield, but Taylor bobbles the high snap. He's going to try and get outside and fighting his way forward. It's going to be real close. Depends on where they spot it.
And if he gets that first down, that's the most impressive 4th down I've seen in a while.
And he got it.
Look at this, high snap, has the composure to bat it to himself and catch it, then breaking tackles on the outside and then running through defenders. Just great individual effort by Taylor.
Had to get to the 21, and he did.
Look at that, just break, just keeps his feet moving, and it's nothing but first downs for this Carl Albert Titans team.
Now Harris on the keeper. And he may have gotten one. Leach again on the tackle, and he's been all over the place in this first quarter defensively.
Yeah, he sure has, bringing ball carriers down every time he touches them. Great solo tackle by Leach.
Guthrie runs a defense, Dion, we don't see much anymore.
No, that 5-2 defense. You're going to see some defensive ends. That's why you're getting a lot of pressure on those 5 yards out where they're getting batted down a couple times. They got some extra guys on the outside there, and they're pretty much doing a good job of keeping that quarterback contained.
Gain of 1 by Harris on the last play. Another batted down pass.
There it goes again. They're going to have to figure out a way to get that 5-yard out completed that they want to, that 4th down beater, with the process of getting around those defensive ends and those long arms. You see another batted down ball. This time number 17, Dominique Goodson. Excuse me, Gooseby.
Last down, the Titans had an extra tight end in there. This time they do not. 3 receivers, 2 backs with Harris. And it's Veals in motion. He's got a man open in the back of the end zone. Touchdown to number 15, Anthony Davis, his 2nd of the night.
Anthony Davis. They're going to have to start calling him 7-11 because he's open all the time.
There's a lot of activity on that play. Look at this, fake handoff, look to the right, and you see Davis open in the back of the end zone.
And he just does a good job of getting that inside leverage on the cornerback, gets on top of him, and Harris does a good job of putting the ball right on the money in the back of the end zone for the Titans touchdown.
Makes it 14-0 Titans in the first quarter, 2:02 to go, and a nice little drive as they held Guthrie for the 2nd time on a 3-and-out. Let's take another look at it defensively.
Yeah, they fake the zone, they fake the reverse, and then over the top, just the cornerback jumps a little too early right there. And number 15, Anthony Davis, makes him pay.
Hey, don't forget, this is the Ford Fan Pick Game of the Week tonight. How about next Friday night? You get a chance to vote again. Maybe we will show up at your stadium. The 3 games to choose from: Millwood, Star Spencer, Norman at Jinx, or Edmond North at Southmore. Vote at yourview.com/Ford Fan Pick. We've all been tweeting it out, putting it on Facebook. Go online and check it out and be a part of our YurView crew coming to your stadium. It's the Ford Fan Pick Game of the Week, and that's next Friday night. Looking forward to that one. Where are we going to be? Who knows?
Who knows? Guys, please let us know, okay? Go on and vote. Let me know what my calendar should be penciled on, because, you know.
Vote, vote, vote. Vote early, vote often.
Ward, Owens, and Range back to your seat.
I think right now, if you can get people fired up, the Norman Jinx game is in the lead. So the fans of those other schools, if you're watching, you better start voting. Voting closes, I think, at noon on Monday. Kick again, taken by Owens, and he's corralled right around the 20-yard line. Let's check out that last scoring drive, Dion.
Yes, sir. Let's take a look. It all starts with this 5-yard out right here, able to get the first down and get up the field. They do a good job attacking that cover 4, but look at this strong effort on 4th down by Mr. Taylor. Rabbit himself goes up the field, breaking tackles, showing off his strength, and then the touchdown pass over the middle to Anthony Davis for his 2nd touchdown of the first quarter.
Call him Rabbit. They might have called him Bull on that one, the way he bowled his way for enough to get a first down, and I think Guthrie didn't like the way they were setting up on offense.
Out on the field.
They're going to have to call a timeout. 1:54 to go here in quarter number 1. Seems to be moving along pretty well. How about over the middle? Check out that podcast. As your host, Jeremy Crabtree, and an interview with Arizona High School superstar quarterback Spencer Rattler. He's been called the best quarterback to ever come out of the state of Arizona. Pinnacle High School's 5-star recruit. The subject of this week's podcast is Jason Jewell of 247sports.com joins Jeremy to break down high school football in the Valley of the Sun. Plus, we'll have a preview of number 1 St. John Bosco and number 2 Mater Dei. All that and more this week's episode of Over the Middle. Check it out at YurView.com. And if you haven't heard of Spencer Rattler, he can throw it.
Yeah, he can wing that thing, man.
Set the Arizona State record for passing yards, I think over 12,000, and he's committed to go to the University of Oklahoma.
From Arizona all the way to Oklahoma, he knows who he wants to play quarterback for. He wants to go over there and hear his signals called from Lincoln Riley.
Waddle's going to keep it on first down. They were trying to run a little option play to that left side to Cale Kaufman, but Waddle tried to turn it upfield, and the Titan defense there again. Carl Albert defensively allowing 11 points a game. Just giving up 69 on the year, but Guthrie's given up 61, so they're only allowing 10. It's already been surpassed here in the first quarter.
That's true. Offensively, though, one of the things the head coach mentioned to us is they want to sustain some drives, okay? It's also one of the keys in the game. They want to be able to sustain some drives and keep this defense on the field. They got to get some first downs to be able to do that.
Right guard. Peters on the stop. Brings it third down for Blue Jays.
Cale Kaufman again. Nowhere for the junior to go on that one. Again, this Titan defense has been tough here in the first quarter, pretty much shutting down Guthrie.
Yes, they surely have. They run that 4-2-5. You can see Coach mentioned to me he likes that extra safety, being able to be in space, make those windows smaller for the quarterback to throw, giving them a hard read to look at.
Waddle, pass intercepted. 2 Titans there. Might have been number 9, Reese Collier, who came up with it, and yes, he did.
There were 2, like you said, Zig, 2 Titans in the area trying to make the pick. Number 9, look at him. I'm going to find out at halftime what exactly that is, because it might be the turnover chain that he just put around his neck. But look at this ball, kind of flutters in the air. Number 20 and 9 are in the same location trying to pick that thing off. Number 9 comes down with a Collier, but you got to know number 20, Martell Britt was in the area as well.
First down for Ben Harris, gives it off to Taylor. Spins. And positive yards. That may be the last play of quarter number 1.
Second down for the Titans.
This one has definitely been dominated by the Carl Albert Titans. Don't think they will get another playoff before the quarter comes to an end, and that's it. 1 in the books. The Titans on the road with a 14-0 lead at the Rock. You're watching the Ford Game of the Week on YurView.
Look, if you're not the lead dog, the scenery never changes. That's why this is the view for every other full-size pickup. And this year, it's deja vu all over again. Because only the Ford F-150 gives you best-in-class torque, best-in-class payload, and you got it, baby, best-in-class towing. This is the big dog. This is the Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
Now get 0% financing for 60 months plus $4,250 cash back on a new F-150 at your Oklahoma Ford dealer today.
Weoki's new money certificate rates are incredible. Transfer money from another institution to a Weoki 35-month certificate and receive 3.05 APY. Yes, that's over 3%. And get a $100 cash bonus for new CD amounts of $100,000 and greater. Open your certificate with new money at Weoki and start earning incredible rates. Federally insured, rate and bonus are for new money only. Other terms and limitations apply. Contact Weoki for details.
It's that time of year to get your furnace checked.
That's right, and our trouble-free guarantee makes it easy.
If your furnace breaks down this season, this tune-up's on us, so call Airco Service today.
The company you know.
When
When Oklahoma weather causes the power to go out, you can be left in the dark.
Keep your lights on and your furnace running thanks to a new whole home generator installed by Airco.
And right now, save big on a new Kohler system. Call Airco Service today.
The company you know.
Back at the Rock, it's a pink out night to help with breast cancer awareness. Trying to do a big fundraiser here in Guthrie, and a lot of students dressed out in pink. Harris on second down, hits his receiver, Chris Beals, and he rolls forward inside the 20 in a nice gain. And Dion, I'm glad you're standing. I couldn't see anything except the back of 4 people.
Yeah, it was a good block over there by number 15, Anthony Davis. You see he picks up kind of picks up 2 there. And then Chris Beal makes some moves down the field. They're going to keep hitting those 5-yard outs. They're going to continue doing that. That's the cover 4 beater right there. And this defensive Guthrie is going to have to try and find an answer to it.
And looks like it's going to be a false start penalty against Carl Albert.
Flag on the play.
Dead ball, false start.
False start.
White.
Against the Titans.
Again, we will see the back of Reggie Redwine most of the night, because we are set up on the visitors' side. The official always talks toward the home side, the press box. And yes, it is a bit chilly, and I see people walking around in shorts and tank tops and T-shirts. I don't know what they're thinking, do you?
I have no idea, because you see me bundled up right next to you.
We both got coats on. 1st and 15. Hare's going to flip it outside to Taylor, and he is pushed out of bounds as they run to the Dion's favorite play. Let's run the option to the short side of the field.
Yeah, right? I still don't get why they do that. I feel like they just do it to keep you balanced and keep you guessing, so then when they do run it to the wide side of the field, it's not just so obvious. But he runs out of real estate. He has to go right out of bounds. I want to see a guy named Rabbit in the open field.
Yeah. Gain of 2. That's a second 13 now from the 22-yard line. Already 14-0 on 2 touchdown passes as Taylor fumbles it. But Guthrie, do they get number 24 on the year? Turnover. Let's see. Blue Jays say they have it. Taylor may have got back on it, and he did.
Yeah, and you can check out the replay right here. Just not a clean handoff right there. You see him put the breadbasket up, and it just hit. I feel like it hit his bottom hand before it got inside his stomach, and it just fumbles out. Luckily enough, he's able to put his palm on it and gather it in before a Guthrie Blue Jay can pounce on it.
He was lucky to get that one back. 3rd down, Harris. And just out of the reach of his receiver, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And if you're the Titans, you probably go for it in this field position.
Yeah, and then right there, Harris has to throw a pass under duress. There's somebody right in his face as he releases the football, so kinds of makes the ball go off target. Take a look at it as you're checking out the replay. You can see somebody in his lap, and he kind of braces to take the hit and throw the ball all at the same time. Turns into an incomplete pass, but you can see that offense is still on the field on 4th down.
He's already struck gold twice with Anthony Davis. Could he make it 3 times? Harris again, left side, lobs it toward the corner of the end zone. And that one incomplete as it was intended for Javion Taylor.
And that's a great play by number 3, Marcellus Owens, to come over from his safety position, really showing off the speed and stretching the field to get over there and bat that ball away. Look at him come from the opposite side, play the ball in the air, and tip it just enough so the receiver can't get a chance to get his hands on it. That's what they teach you as a safety. You gotta use that speed to go sideline to sideline and protect those vertical passes. And right there, Marcellus Owens does a good job of protecting his corner and not leaving him on an island by himself.
C.J. Ward also in there defensively. I think both defenders actually end up tipping the ball. Waddle on 1st down, he's gonna go deep. And that pass is intercepted. No, incomplete. Looked like Rico Wyndham had it. May have landed on the ball. Nope, now they're saying He did, it was intercepted. But the official waved it off, and then they said, no, it was a catch.
On to the tackle. Titans take over, 1st and 10.
I'm a little confused, Zig.
Maybe he was just stopping the clock. I thought he was waving it off, but you see Wyndham there, 2 steps and down. He's got the ball. Well, did he? I don't know. There you can't tell. He's saying, hey, I had it. There's the turnover chain again around the neck. This one, Rico Wyndham. So the 2nd turnover of the night for Guthrie, a team that has been living off turnovers all year long, forcing 23 in the first 6 games. Then Harris back out there to Taylor. Got some running room to the outside, undercut, and he goes down. Nice tackle.
Yeah, good strong hit by number 42 for Guthrie right there, J.D. Kuhnfeld.
For the back.
Kuhnfeld and Hector Gooseby also in on the play. You see Gooseby right here just undercuts him low and takes him down. Gain of 2 brings up a 2nd and 8. Harris quick pass to the outside. Willie Nolan. Winding through tacklers, crossing the 30. It's going to bring up a 3rd and short.
And that's a good effort by number 17 right there, Dominic Gooseby, coming from his defensive end position, not quitting on the play, coming from behind and making the tackle and helping the secondary out on the perimeter over there.
Gooseby, a senior. A lot of seniors on this Guthrie team. You know, 2 years ago, 10 of them were sophomores. Last year they had 8 sophomores that played quite a bit, so a lot of juniors and seniors that have seen some quality playing time the last few years.
It never hurts to have a little bit of experience.
Give to Taylor, leaps over one tackler, and he's got a 1st down, crossed the 35. Near the 4, they're going to mark him right about the 40-yard line right in front of us.
Yeah, and that's what they need to do. They need to get number 16 going. They're having success offensively, passing the ball vertically down the field, but they know who the man is for this offense, and it's Rabbit Taylor, and they need to get him the ball.
Counter play, looked like they were faking left, and he came back to the right with a pulling guard.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see a lot more play action here in this 2nd quarter, especially as this passing game is really finding its stride.
First down from the 40. Taylor again, right side. Just waiting for his blocking, and defended well that time by Guthrie, but he's still able to get a couple of yards at him.
Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that's some good blocking over there by the tight end, number 81, Zach Worth. Kind of finding that extra blocker in the tight end position and then running Taylor right behind him, him being patient and letting them work and before he can get up the field. Trust me, right now it doesn't look like it's doing much, but later on in the game, it will pay dividends to stay behind your blockers and be patient.
Second and 8, another 2-yard run by Taylor. Harris going to keep this time, then quick pitch it out to Taylor. Stays on his feet, close to the 50-yard line.
And that option play is always, it's always good when the quarterback can have some vision and some wherewithal. You see he gets upfield, gets in between some blockers, but still able to find Taylor on the outside and see him fighting for extra yardage and getting up the field, making a very, very manageable 3rd down for the Titans.
27 yards on the night for Taylor.
2 tight ends over there on the field, twins receivers over here to your left.
It was 3rd and short. They give it to Taylor right up the gut. He's still on his feet, and he's got enough for the 1st down as he crosses midfield. He's going to be a workhorse. As we said, he got injured in week 1 against Midwest City and then sat out the next few weeks before coming back in week 5 or rather week 6 last week against Classen. Game that Carl Albert won 48-0. And he's back tonight.
The matchup you need to continue to watch is number 16, Taylor, and number 20, Williams on the other side for Guthrie. These two have been going at it all night.
Harris lobs a pass downfield, incomplete.
And that's a great play. That's a great play, Zig, by the defensive back. Look at number 26 over there, C.J. Ward, go up at the same time as the wide receiver. He doesn't panic. He doesn't get flustered. He doesn't put his hands on the wide receiver. He just goes up and attacks the football at the highest point. Great defensive play. If it wasn't going to be a PPU, it might have been an interception.
Went for broke on first down, or rather on second, so it brings up, it is second down, it'll be 2nd and 10. That was first after the play up the middle. For some reason the down marker in front of us shows third. Pass to the outside, Anthony Davis. Breaking tackles, middle of the field. Davis hauled down as he crosses the 35.
And it's just a wide receiver tunnel screen. You see all the blockers in front of him. You see him get the ball on the sideline, and there's an alley up the middle. Look at the offensive lineman come up the field. Watch him creep behind him, get the open field. There's the alley. There's the alley. And luckily enough, Williams is able to bring him down before he crosses midfield and gets some more big chunk of yards and possibly gets into the end zone. Great design play, great execution by the offensive line.
Carl Albert eating a lot of clock on this drive. We inch toward the 6-minute mark here in the first half. Hand off to Beals on the wide receiver sweep. He tries to cut up, and when he does, he slips and gets tackled. You know, we were on the field and said, yeah, you know, it doesn't feel soggy, but it was still wet.
Yes, yes.
And it's going to be a little slippery out there.
Yeah, these are the type of games that you used to change your cleats a little bit. You had the molded ones, and then you change them to the screw-in just because of the surface area was a little different. These kids don't have that capability, so they got to get all 6 of those cleats into the ground if they want to make some cuts tonight.
No gain on the last play, 2nd down. Harris fakes to Taylor. Looking, has a wide open receiver and in. And out of the hands of number 26, Cade Cruz.
Yeah, and Cade Cruz had a lot of yards behind him to run for because look behind him, the DB slips and falls. If he takes a 180 turn and he runs as fast as he can, he might be hitting his head on the goalpost right there.
Kobe Cruz in and out of his hands. Was too wide open, wasn't he? If he had a defender hanging on him, he probably would have caught it.
I don't know why that always happens. You're just wide open by yourself. You get a little nervous and you just drop the ball.
Harris again, and that went in and out of the hands of Javion Traylor.
And now these defensive backs are really starting to make some plays. They caught them on their heels first. They were attacking them vertically down the field, and they were awestruck and a little taken aback. But now they're starting to play. You can see everybody's around them. There's people running, crossing, making plays, touching the wide receivers, trying to make something happen so they don't get any more vertical passes down the field.
The drive stalls out. And Carl Albert's going to have to punt to Guthrie. Ben Harris set the punt. He angles it toward the right. Gets a tight roll and all the way down to the 1-inch line. Wow. We're going to take a break. 14-0. You're watching the Ford Game of the Week on YurView.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Are you looking for a career where you can work anywhere and even travel the world? Do you have a passion to work with people, plan events, or own your own restaurant? Tulsa Tech can help you build a successful career with exciting hospitality programs. Programs like culinary arts, restaurant and lodging management, and event planning. Make your own path to a successful career you love by calling Tulsa Tech at 918-828-5000 or apply online at tulsatech.edu.
Game Time Keys to the Game are brought to you by Tulsa Tech. For your future success, go to tulsatech.edu. Join us all fall long for some of the top high school football from around the country on Game Time.
.56 degrees right now in Guthrie, 5 minutes before the half, and the temperature continues to drop. But man, it is fall in Oklahoma. We are almost halfway through the month of October. We're better than halfway through the high school football season, as this is week number 7. How about that? After tonight, 3 weeks left. Can you believe it?
It goes by so fast.
Gosh. First down, Waddle. Got a little bit of running room. Takes advantage of it and gets out to the 5 and gives the Blue Jay offense a little breathing room.
That was a good, strong performance right there by the offensive line, creating a big hole for their quarterback to run in between and pick up some yardage so they get out of the back of, or excuse me, the goal line before they pick up a safety.
As they say, the shadow of the goalposts. And then we have a little movement on the offensive line from Guthrie. It's going to scoot it back.
Dead ball. Full start here. Still second down.
So they'll move them back half the distance. So from the 5, they'll move to about the 2.5. Still second down.
Still plenty of time in this half to get down the field all the way from the 1-yard line to put some points on the board before you go in for halftime.
Jackson Waddle, the senior quarterback. Gonna keep it again. Has some room to get outside, and he does. He's got enough for the first down and really good breathing room there.
Yeah, good job. That's all you ask for. When you're on the 1-yard line, just one first down. Just one first down. As a DB, they always tell you, watch out, they might take a shot, but also on offense, make sure you get a first down. Just give us some breathing room here, and they do exactly that.
Good job by the line. They hooked the defensive end and pushed him inside, and that opened up the hole for Jackson. Jackson Waddle. Gonna keep it and roll right again. This time he is met in the backfield, and that's gonna be a loss of yards.
Waddell with the quarterback keeper, sacked in the backfield. Flag on the play.
We do have a flag down
Focusing
that
on the
time.
tackle. Face mask against the Titans.
Face mask penalty against the Titans. See if it's 5 or 15.
5, a white, still second down.
Instead of a loss,
Well, I mean, they didn't move the ball, so I'm guessing there was no penalty.
we called 5. They must somebody. I didn't see anybody mark it off. Waddle again.
Waddell with the quarterback keeper, straight up the middle.
They're really focused on the quarterback run on this drive. Got them out of the end zone, but it hasn't really worked ever since that first down.
Brings up third down for the Blue Jays. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half.
3 on the last one. Third down, 7 to go. Ball on the 17-yard line. Guthrie's got to be careful here. They want to maybe get another first down to run some more clock. They'll kind of flip the field position a little bit if possible. Play clock down to 7. Plenty of time for Waddle. On third, he's going to roll right. Try and cut it up. Another flag comes flying in.
With the quarterback keeper over right tackle.
And we'll see what that one is. That may be another face mask.
Flag on the play.
personal foul face mask here.
It is 15 yards, and it's going to be enough for a first down this time for the Blue Jays. Taking a look at Guthrie coach Kelly Beebe, been at the school 15 years, 5th year as the head coach. Took over for Rafe Watkins, who left after winning that state title back in 2013 and went over to Muskogee. Ruffers a 6A Division II school. And off left side. C.J. Ward looking for some running room, and just every time he tried to cut it up, there were 1 or 2 white jerseys right in front of him, Dion.
Yeah, there certainly was. Good discipline by this Carl Albert defense, being able to stay in their gap responsibilities and stay in their lanes. Nowhere to go for C.J. Ward.
Titans still have 3 timeouts left, so maybe if they get a stop here, they may use one of them. Double tight end set for Guthrie. Waddle rolling right, nobody open. He runs it up the middle. Hit and taken down and around the 40-yard line. Javion Hunt with the tackle.
And he takes a big hit as he finishes off that run.
Hunt in on the tackle, brings up 3rd down for the Blue Jays.
See it right there, a little sandwiched by a couple of defenders from the Titans. Clock continues to move. 1:25 to go. Don't forget, coming up, the Giga Blast halftime show. We're going to hear from the Guthrie band as well as the Carl Albert Mighty Titan marching band. Looks like a reverse pass, and it's off to the races. Scooting out of bounds, Marcellus Owens, who crosses midfield and into Guthrie territory, rather into Titan territory, first time tonight.
Yeah, and he was definitely trying to throw that football down the field. Good job by the Carl Albert defense of staying with the wide receiver. He decides to tuck it and run and gets a big chunk of yards.
Now Guthrie, 1:10 to go as he ran out of bounds. Stopped the clock there, Owens did, and they have 2 timeouts. C.J. Ward in the backfield with Waddle. Gives to Ward and taken down at about the 36.
Fulkerson on the stop. Ball spotted right at the 36-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Blue Jays going to have to hoof it a little bit here, Dion.
Yeah, they certainly are, Zig. Seems like that time is kind of starting to run against them really quickly.
Second down, another reverse. And Carl Albert read that one. Owens taken down in the backfield, and it's a loss of yards, and Coach Beebe calls timeout.
That's a great play by number 22 from Carl Albert, being able to get in that backfield and get that tackle for loss.
With 34 seconds left, timeout, Blue Jays.
David Peters, number 22, stayed home that time. They tried to. We're going to take a quick break. 14-0, Carl Albert on top.
Hey, high school football fans, you want your school to be the Ford Game of the Week? You choose which game will be the Ford Game of the Week on October 19th. Here are your choices. Millwood at Star Spencer, Norman at Jinx, or Edmond North at Southmore. To vote, go to yourview.com/FordFanPick. Remember, vote early, vote often, and tell your friends. You vote, you decide. Winners will be announced on October 17th. For more information and the best in high school football, go to yourview.com.
And we are back, 34 seconds to go in the half. 39 yards away from pay dirt. And it's 3rd and 10 for the Guthrie Blue Jays. Dion, what do you dial up here if you're offense and defense?
Offensively, you got to get the ball in this red zone quickly. You open up your playbook a lot more if you're able to get inside the red zone, especially with the time dwindling down. See 34 seconds on the clock right now, but it's third down. You got to get the first. Got to get the verse, or if you don't get it, I don't imagine you're going to see Vargas on this one.
Third and 9. Waddle rolls right. Pass nearly picked off and tipped out of bounds. Javion Hunt. And it's now a 4th down for Guthrie. You almost have to punt here. You do not want to leave Carl Albert with a short field, even with 30 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, but I kind of thought they would go for it on 4th down. I kind of thought that they would make a run on 3rd down, try to make it a more manageable situation for 4th. But with the incomplete pass, this has the coaching staff with a decision to make over here.
4th and 10.
Look for them to go away from that trip side, Zig. Look for them to go away from that trip side.
And they do, and incomplete.
And it looks like a clear miscommunication from the wide receiver and the quarterback. He throws the ball and a 10-yard out, and he's nowhere to be found. And it's an incomplete and a great field position for these Titans.
And you see where Waddle threw it. His receiver was 5 yards away going inside, and the pass went out toward the sideline, and they turn it over on downs. Carl Albert will take over with 26 seconds to go in the half and see what they decide to do. If they're just going to run out the clock and head to the locker room or try and get something going. Don't forget the Gigablast halftime show coming up. The Guthrie High School Marching Band and the Carl Albert Mighty Titan Marching Band will both take the field. I know Dion is going to talk to Coach Mike Corley here since Carl Albert's in the lead. And that'll be the end of the first half. They will not snap it again. And the Titans say we've had enough. We're up 14-0. We're going to go drop some more and
that's the end of the first half.
See what we can do in the final 24 minutes. First half dominated by Carl Albert. Guthrie on their last drive actually crossed midfield and did go into Titan territory. Dion now with Coach Corley.
Coach, great, strong first half performance from your guys. What do you think about it?
Yeah, it's a good first half. We got to eliminate penalties, like I said in the pregame. It's turnovers and penalties. You got to stay away from them. We kind of gave them a little bit of life right there on that last drive with 2 penalties. So proud of them. Good first half, but we got to go play another half.
So with that other half, what do you want to do offensively and defensively to get this win tonight?
We just got to keep playing like we have. I mean, we've had a good first half, but we got to keep the pressure on them. We got to play defense like we were and execute a little better on the offense. Would be get after it.
Well, good luck with the rest of the game, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, Dion. You're watching the Ford Fan Pick Game of the Week. Guthrie, Carl Albert. It's halftime. The Gigablast halftime show coming up next.
The Gigablast halftime show, powered by Cox, is brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers, the best in Oklahoma. Airco, the company you know. Tulsa Tech, for your future success, go to tulsatech.edu. And by Weoki Credit Union. Join us all fall long for some of the top high school football from around the country on Game Time.
Good morning, Bella.
Good morning.
Are you ready?
Yeah. 5 little monkeys.
Yay, Bella!
Hold still. Almost done.
Oh, Bella, I really love playing with you.
Thanks, Grandma. I really like our visits.
Whatever tech tomorrow dreams up, you'll be ready with GigaBlast. Future speed internet is here from Cox.
During Ford SUV season, find out why more people come back to Ford than any other brand. Here's a reason.
We've got room.
And here's another.
Waze says it's faster to take the side streets.
Perfect.
And by the way, Ford has won more J.D. Power Initial Quality Awards than any other brand. During Ford SUV season, get 0% for 72 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on Escape, Edge, and Explorer. See your Oklahoma Ford dealer today.
Hey, high school football fans, you want your school to be the Ford Game of the Week? You choose which game will be the Ford Game of the Week on October 19th. Here are your choices: Millwood at Star Spencer, Norman at Jinx, or Edmond North at Southmore. To vote, go to yourview.com/FordFanPick. Remember, vote early, vote often, and tell your friends. You vote, you decide. Winners will be announced on October 17th. For more information and the best in high school football, go to yourview.com.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
Welcome back. Ford Game of the Week. Wow, what an awesome shot that is. Quarter moon in Oklahoma. October 12th. It's time for the GigaBlast halftime show. The Carl Albert High School Mighty Titan Marching Band ready to perform. Director Dinah Williams. The show, The Black Widow, show music from Carmen and Wicked Games. This band is placed first in class, won High Visual Performance Awards, and has been a finalist band at the Moore, Yukon, and Mustang Invitationals this year. The band will also be competing at the OBA State Championship October 27th in Bixby. They'll do it at 9:45 in the morning. This is your Carl Albert High School Mighty Titan Marching Band.
Blue Jay fans, while we're waiting on Carl Albert to take the field, I want to make sure you know about next Friday, October the 19th, is the annual Guthrie FFA Booster Club Pork Chop Dinner and Gator Raffle. This year, the dinner will be at the Guthrie High School starting at 5 p.m. Takeout meals are also available as well. Advance tickets are $10 or $12 at the door. Don't forget your chance to win a 2018 John Deere Gator. Only 800 tickets are sold. For more information, call the Guthrie FFA at 405-260-6370. All proceeds support the 4-H and FFA members for scholarships, trips, equipment, and other needs. Pork Chop Dinner, Friday, October the 19th, 5 p.m. School Marching Band.
That's the Mighty Titan Marching Band coming up, the Guthrie High School Band.
Go to the home infantry, Jenny Montgomery.
Look, if you're not the lead dog, the scenery never changes. That's why this is the view for every other full-size pickup. And this year, it's deja vu all over again. Because only the Ford F-150 gives you best-in-class torque, best-in-class payload, and you got it, baby, best-in-class towing. This is the big dog. This is the Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
Now get 0% financing for 60 months plus $4,250 cash back on a new F-150 at your Oklahoma Ford dealer today.
Hey, high school football fans, you want your school to be the Ford Game of the Week? You choose which game will be the Ford Game of the Week on October 19th. Here are your choices: Millwood at Star Spencer, Norman at Jinx, or Edmond North at Southmore. To vote, go to yourview.com/FordFanPick. Remember, vote early, vote often, and tell your friends. You vote, you decide. Winners will be announced on October 17th. For more information and the best in high school football, go to yourview.com.
Weoki's new money certificate rates are incredible. Transfer money from another institution to a Weoki 35-month certificate and receive 3.05 APY. Yes, that's over 3%. And get a $100 cash bonus for new CD amounts of $100,000 and greater. Open your certificate with new money at Weoki and start earning incredible rates. Federally insured, rate and bonus are for new money only. Other terms and limitations apply. Contact Weoki for details.
It's that time of year to get your furnace checked.
That's right, and our trouble-free guarantee makes it easy.
If your furnace breaks down this season, this tune-up's on us. Call Airco Service today,
the official service company of the Thunder.
When Oklahoma weather causes the power to go out, you can be left in the dark.
Keep your lights on and your furnace running thanks to a new whole home generator installed by Airco.
And right now, save big on a new Kohler system. Call Airco Service today,
the company you know.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
Back at the Rock, it's time for the Guthrie High School Marching Band. The band director, Rob Blackburn, drum majors, Hudson Harden, Drew Raleigh, and Zach Sykes. The performance, Wired. This is the Giga Blast halftime show. You've been watching the Guthrie High School Marching Band. This is the Ford Game of the Week.
You guys ready?
This is the Nelson family.
Wi-Fi's good.
And their panoramic Wi-Fi from Cox.
Connected here.
They're helping us demonstrate the speed and coverage of its super fast signal.
Here it comes!
It covers every device and every inch of their home.
He's coming back up!
And with extenders, every room is connected. Cover every corner of your home with super fast panoramic Wi-Fi from Cox.
During Ford SUV season, find out why more people come back to Ford than any other brand. Here's a reason.
We've got room.
And here's another.
Waze says it's faster to take the side streets.
Perfect.
And by the way, Ford has won more J.D. Power Initial Quality Awards than any other brand. During Ford SUV season, get 0% for 72 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on Escape, Edge, and Explorer. See your Oklahoma Ford dealer today.
You may have heard of Tulsa Tech, but did you know we offer business and industry training for large and small companies? Come get trained and certified in areas like confined space, HAZWOPER, crane rigging, CPR, first responder, and more. To learn more about our affordable and customized training and how Tulsa Tech can be a valuable resource to your company, call 918-828-5000 or visit us online at tulsatech.edu.
Weoki's new money certificate rates are incredible. Transfer money from another institution to a Weoki 35-month certificate and receive 3.05 APY. Yes, that's over 3%. And get a $100 cash bonus for new CD amounts of $100,000 and greater. Open your certificate with new money at Weoki and start earning incredible rates. Federally insured, rate and bonus are for new money only. Other terms and limitations apply. Contact Weoki for details.
We're back at the Rock, and here's a look at your first half stats. 14-0 Carl Albert, and the stats kind of show that. 150 yards total offense. -5 yards passing for Guthrie, so 25 total yards of offense. First downs, 7 for the Titans, 3 for Guthrie. Turnovers, Guthrie has 2 of them after forcing 23 in the first 6 games, so the tide turning a little bit for them there. But Carl Albert leads at 14-0 on the strength of 2 touchdown passes from Ben Harris to Anthony Davis. You're watching the Ford Game of the Week. It's the Jacob Blast Halftime Show.
Look, if you're not the lead dog, the scenery never changes. That's why this is the view for every other full-size pickup. And this year, it's deja vu all over again. Because only the Ford F-150 gives you best-in-class torque, best-in-class payload, and you got it, baby, best-in-class towing. This is the big dog. This is the Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
Now get 0% financing for 60 months plus $4,250 cash back on a new F-150 at your Oklahoma Ford dealer today.
Hey, high school football fans, you want your school to be the Ford Game of the Week? You choose which game will be the Ford Game of the Week on October 19th. Here are your choices. Millwood at Star Spencer, Norman at Jinx, or Edmond North at Southmore. To vote, go to yourview.com/FordFanPick. Remember, vote early, vote often, and tell your friends. You vote, you decide. Winners will be announced on October 17th. For more information and the best in high school football, go to yourview.com.
Weoki's new money certificate rates are incredible. Transfer money from another institution to a Weoki 35-month certificate and receive 3.05 APY. Yes, that's over 3%. And get a $100 cash bonus for new CD amounts of $100,000 and greater. Open your certificate with new money at Weoki and start earning incredible rates. Federally insured, rate and bonus are for new money only. Other terms and limitations apply. Contact Weoki for details.
No one thinks about their water heater until it fails.
At that point, you have a huge mess on your hands with water damage everywhere.
A planned water heater replacement can save you a lot of trouble.
Right now, you can save big on a new high-efficiency water heater.
Call Airco Service,
the company you know. When Oklahoma weather causes the power to go out, you can be left in the dark.
Keep your lights on and your furnace running thanks to a new whole home generator installed by Airco.
And right now, save big on a new Kohler system. Call Airco Service today,
the company you know.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around.
Game Time on YurView highlights. Ben Harris got things rolling after a 3-and-out. Started to move the offense. Chris Beals with a nice catch, and then he found Anthony Davis for a 40-yard touchdown. Walked the tightrope down the sidelines. Carl Albert led it 7-0, 8:24 to go in the first after 6 plays, and then Adrian Taylor, look at this run on 4th and about 2. He ran about 30 yards and got the first down by about half a yard. That kept this drive alive, and then Harris, a 20-yard touchdown pass to Anthony Davis again, a 7-play, 46-yard drive. And the first of 2 interceptions on the night, 2 turnovers. Reese Collier with the pick right there. Carl Albert did not score. The Titans would go for it on 4th and long. They went for a shot in the end zone. It was broken up by the Guthrie defense. That kept it at 14-0. And then Jacob Waddle gets picked off again, this time by Rico Wyndham, who comes down with the grab. And then on 4th down, Waddle and a little miscommunication with his wide out. And that's where we stand at the half, 14-0. The Titans will kick things off to start half number 2. Guthrie with a shot to get something going. Dion, they started moving the ball a little bit right there in the last 3 minutes of the first half.
Yeah, it looked like they found a little bit of success with that quarterback run, getting up the field. Did some little trickeration as well. Let's see if they can have some more success, continued success here on the first possession.
Both these teams offensively on the year tearing it up. Carl Albert averaging 38.5 points a game. Guthrie 45.3. But a lot of that coming on the strength of their defense. And here's a nice return to start half number 2 for Marcellus Owens. Dion, how are the keys? Are they rock solid?
Yeah, well, right now, I mean, sustaining the drives, being rock solid, Carl Albert's doing a good job of that. Number 2, holding on to the rock. We've seen a couple of turnovers in the first half. Let's see if that trend continues in the second. And number 3, stone cold boot. Kicking game hasn't really been involved in this contest, but with it being 14-14, it could easily become a tied ball game, and a field goal could decide it at the end.
All right, thanks a lot, Dion. First time they touched the ball here in half number 2. Jackson Waddle. Quarterback hands it off. Inside handoff.
Kaufman, the ball carrier.
Hoffman, the carrier, and he is stuffed. Still humid out, so you can feel the dampness in the air, and it's dropped to 55. North winds out of the 6 continue, and there, yeah, that crescent moon still out there, and you can tell it's cool because Dion has put on his winter stocking cap.
Hey, man.
Just like those folks, right? That's exactly how Dion looks right there.
Be smart, guys. Don't try to be brave, okay? Don't try to bear the elements. Stay warm.
Then second down, handoff to Kaufman again. And nothing on the left side. Talk about the other undefeated teams in 5A as you look at the nowhere to run for Kaufman.
David Peters coming in and making a strong play from his linebacker position, playing downhill. That's what you like to see. That's 2 times he's been in that backfield, this time making a tackle for loss.
Duncan leads El Reno in the second half, 21-9. Collinsville ahead of East Central, 35-6. And Ardmore ahead of Southeast, 48-0. The other undefeated district team in this district, Bishop McGuinness, beat Eisenhower 63-0 last night. So they remain undefeated. So after tonight, there'll only be 2 undefeated teams left in this district. And it looks like just 4 undefeated teams left in 5A. As Guthrie is going to be short of the first down. They had to get just across midfield to the 49, and they're going to have to punt. Squirtle scoreboard friends, checking some of the scores out on the app. Able to update you on those scores from around the state. Nearly offside from Carl Albert by that right defensive end, and then delay a game.
He never got inside that neutral zone. All these guys are
delay game, blue.
You can see Guthrie's coaching staff and fans a little upset over there on the sideline, but he never crossed that neutral zone, so it's not a offsides on the defense.
Penalty was against the Blue Jays, remains 4th down.
You can see that linesman is sitting right there watching the whole time. Doesn't cross the football. You can't really throw a flag.
Out on the field.
Now Carl Albert calls a timeout, and they may have thought that Guthrie was going to pull off a fake. And I think Coach Corley wanted to make sure his guys were ready for anything that they threw at them.
Nah, it looked like they had 12 on the field.
12 on the field?
Looked like they had 12 on the field, and they had to burn a timeout just to try to get one guy off before they had a costly penalty flag.
Well, with coaches, I count about 19 out there right now. Does that count?
No,
they've called timeout.
Yeah, that one doesn't count, Tig.
Hey, don't forget, this is a Ford Fan Pick Game of the Week. Great idea by the folks at YurView and Cox. You pick what teams you want to see. Next week, who are you going to pick? Go to yourview.com/FordFanPick. Millwood Star Spencer, Norman at Jenks, or Edmond North at Southmore. Which one will be our Ford Fan Pick Game of the Week? Again, go to yourview.com/Ford fan pick. Now the Titans with 11 players out there. David Vargas set to punt. High spiraling kick. Fair catch called for and made by Chris Veals. The Titans will touch the ball for the first time here in the second half. Vargas, good weapon. That's why we highlighted him in the open. I mean, it's not often we get to do that with kickers. There are some outstanding kickers around the state, but good to, you know, he's a soccer player that's spending some time in football.
Yeah, Coach told us earlier, it's like we got him on loan from the soccer team. Well, that's paid dividend for 3 years, and hopefully it continues the rest of the season. Kickers need love too, Zid.
He's got a great demeanor and great attitude. Yeah, most kickers are just kind of quirky and they hang off by themselves, but Coach said, no, he's all over the place. He's talking to everybody and having a good time out there. Adrian Taylor, first down carry. There goes Rabbit. He gets to the outside. Nice run. He gets close to the 45-yard line.
And he might get some more if Marcellus Owens doesn't trip him out over there. Look at this. Excellent blocking, getting second level, putting hands on defenders, and then he shows off the speed. And then Owens trips him up just a little bit to put him on the ground, but it looks like we were going to see the first time Rabbit Taylor breaks, and then Owens has something to say about it.
Gain of 16 gives him 46 on the night. Harris again this time, quick pass, and his receiver went 8 yards. He threw it 6.
Yeah, it looked like a little miscommunication from the wide receiver and the quarterback. Look at them right now trying to get on the same page. Tends to happen a little bit, especially early in these first half and early in the second. You see the defense make some adjustments. Things look a little different than they did before previously. So they get it down, and hopefully they'll have some more success with the passing game later on.
Harris this time, Javion Hunt. He cuts it up inside, crosses midfield, and should be a first down. No, is there a flat? No, that is a first down. Yeah, he had to get to the 50.
It seems like there's some laundry on the field right there. It might be a holding call.
Yeah, he's got to get cross midfield to the 48, and you're right. I think it is a holding call, the way the officials are walking backwards. Reggie Redwine and his crew.
You got to hold, White, repeat, first down.
But again, if you're just tuning in, we are on the visitor sideline, so our little press box area is a tent.
So I don't think it's a little press box area.
Is this really a tent? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
it's just we have a covering, an awning or covering over us, and then our cameras are on this side as well. So you're going to see the back of the official when he calls the play. A little screen pass. And thrown short to Taylor. Man, it's too bad they couldn't have completed that. He had 4 offensive linemen out in front of him.
Yeah,
there you see us right there. Wave to there. Yeah, see, we got a little tent. We're right in the middle of the crowd. Great location for us to be here in Guthrie at the Rock.
Hey, I know what y'all are trying to do. Stop trying to zoom in on my beanie, all right? I'm trying to stay warm.
He's got the beanie on. The good thing about our location for Dion is we're only about 10 feet away from the concession stand, so every time out, he's over there getting nachos and popcorn, hot dogs.
I don't know why they keep giving me dirty looks when I cut the line.
You got to get back on TV.
God, I'm in a hurry, guys.
And another whistle. This drive's been a little disjointed. Flag flies, whistle blows. Officials talking it over. And it's going to be a false start against Carl Albert. So a penalty, an incomplete pass, and a penalty.
Yes, a lot of mistakes being made in this first.
Not enough men on the line. Right here, third down.
A lot of mistakes being made in this first drive for Carl Albert.
You talk about the success of both these programs, too. Last 5 years, Carl Albert 43-17. That includes a 14-0 mark in 2013 when they won state. And then conversely, Carl Albert 47-13 over the same time period, including 14-0 last year as the pass is incomplete to Veals. So both of them have gone undefeated in the last 5 years and won a state championship. And you can see why. These are two storied programs here in Oklahoma. 13 state titles overall for Carl Albert.
That is a big number.
Gary Rose had 10 of those. Coached here 22 years, 10 titles, 219 total wins. In 22 years, Dion. So how many of that? Average about 10 wins a year, huh?
It's not bad.
Pretty solid. So after a couple of penalties and a drop pass, Titans have to punt. Taking a knee, Marcellus Owens. Speaking of the district standings, these two teams are at the top of the district, along with McGuinness. And all of them are undefeated. Actually, McGuinness now 4-0 in district play. These two teams are 3-0 in district play coming into tonight's action. And one of them will leave the night 4-0, tied with McGuinness for the lead in the district. And after tonight, just 3 weeks left. Carl Albert will have Woodward, Lawton Ike, and then finish the season at McGuinness. So if they hold on to win tonight and McGuinness wins out, that Week 10 game will be for the district championship. And first down run, and just a big mass of bodies right there in the middle. And here's your district standings. We can update that and let you know McGuinness did win, so they're now 4-0, so they're on top of the district, 6-1 overall. So, you know, it's pretty much Carl Albert, Guthrie, and McGuinness battling things out. Deanna, as you see, everybody else right now is under 500 in district play and overall.
Yeah, that district championship is going to, first of all, it's going to come down to this game right here, and then McGuinness eventually is going to be an interesting one.
In Week 10. Second down carry, back-to-back carries for Josh Raines.
Flags all over the field.
A hold here. 60.
It's going to be a hold against Guthrie. Guthrie will play McGuinness in Week 9. And then in Week 10, McGuinness will take on Carl Albert. So again, tonight and then Week 9 and 10 are going to be the two highlight games to decide who wins this district championship. Kind of a disjointed start to half number 2.
A lot of penalties.
Coach Beebe would like nothing better to get a score here and maybe, you know, get toward the fourth quarter down 14-7. Have his team be in this game. They just haven't been able to move the ball at all offensively. Water rolling left. Tries to square up and then scrambles back the other way and then just snowed under. Denzel Knapp was there along with Dax Swanner for the Titans.
And I believe that's the third or fourth time they've tried to execute that play, and every time Jackson can't seem to find anybody down the field to pass the ball to.
So it was 67. Ethan Ridnour was in there. Thought it was 77, but 67. I find it interesting that I don't think they've really rolled him to the right. It's so hard as a quarterback that when you're right-handed, you're rolling to the left, you're having to stop and square your body up or slow down to get something thrown. 3rd and 20. Just 3 first downs on the night for Guthrie, and 2 of them have been by penalty. Little draw play up the middle. Titans aren't fooled, and they hold them on downs. And Josh Raines, a short run. So it'll bring up a 4th and 16.
Yeah, it looked like number 79, Denzel Knapp, was the first one to put a hit on the running back and slow him down.
David Vargas.
He's been busy this game.
End over end sideways kick that kicks out of bounds. You're watching the Ford Game of the Week on YurView. We are at the Rock in Guthrie.
During Ford SUV season, find out why more people come back to Ford than any other brand. Here's a reason.
We've got room.
And here's another.
Waze says it's faster to take the side streets.
Perfect.
And by the way, Ford has won more J.D. Power Initial Quality Awards than any other brand. During Ford SUV season, get 0% for 72 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on Escape, Edge, and Explorer. See your Oklahoma Ford dealer today.
Are you looking for a career where you can work anywhere and even travel the world? Do you have a passion to work with people, plan events, or own your own restaurant? Tulsa Tech can help you build a successful career with exciting hospitality programs. Programs like culinary arts, restaurant and lodging management, and event planning. Make your own path to a successful career you love by calling Tulsa Tech at 918-828-5000 or apply online at tulsatech.edu.
Back in Guthrie, a lot of kids out roaming around on this beautiful Friday night. Yeah, that's center field. I mean, that's dead center field at the baseball field here in Guthrie, which is in the south part of the end zone.
Watch out for the fly balls, guys.
They're going to be coming eventually. And then in the north end zone, it's a rock wall. Adrian Taylor. First down carry and forced out of bounds. He didn't go anywhere, and then they took our microphone and just shoved it toward the stands. Somebody's, it may not have been ours, it's somebody's microphone.
He finds his way over there to the rock. They're not allowing him to find any cutback lanes, especially on those stretch plays over there to the outside.
Looked like he took out one of the trainers on the sideline. Lost 4 yards on that last carry, so it's a 2nd and 14. That pass batted down again. About the 4th one that they've done tonight, and Campbell Leach, the man responsible for at least a couple of those. Check it out, Dion.
This is a simple counter play action pass, and again, number 36 for Guthrie, Campbell Leach, is over there to bat down the pass.
Harris on the night. Thrown for 130 yards. Sixty of those have gone to Ben Harris. Taylor, breaking tackle, still on his feet. But nowhere close to the first down, and so Carl Albert's going to have to punt again.
Yeah, this Guthrie's defense has really come on strong in this second half. 2 times they forced them to punt. The first series was kind of a situation where Carl Albert was shooting themselves in the foot with penalties and taking negative plays. This time it was just a simple hat-on-hat. Guthrie taking it to the Carl Albert Titans, able them to force a 3-and-out.
Harris, a knuckleball punt. Takes a couple of hops and comes to a dead stop at the 34. Hey, next Thursday night, our Ford game of the week, we're going to be in Sand Springs. I think it's fall break next week. The Sand Knights will be hosting the Bixby Spartans. Game time Thursday at 7 o'clock on YurView. Bixby and Sand Springs next Thursday on Channel 3. And the Spartans, #1 in Class 6A, 2. After their win a week ago over Booker T, I guess it's been 2 weeks ago when they beat Booker T. Washington. They've held on to that #1 spot. Stillwater's right up there behind them, and then I think Booker T's fallen down to 3rd or 4th in those district standings. First down, Waddle on the keeper, and barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. And don't forget, on Friday night, it's a toss-up between 3 games. Millwood, Star Spencer, Norman Jinx, or Edmond North and Southmore. It's our YurView.com Ford Fan Pick Game of the Week. We want you to decide, so cast your vote, vote early, vote often, and let us know what game you want us to do next Friday night. Interactive between YurView and the fans. You see your team on TV? Go vote, yourview.com. Second down, handoff goes to Raines.
And that front seven is strong for Carl Albert. This offense for Guthrie hasn't been able to run between the tackles at all tonight.
I said it was Raines. It was actually Cole Kaufman, the junior. Third and 7. Jackson Waddle sprinting. He's got first down yardage and more, and almost broke it, and a touchdown saving tackle by Javion Traylor.
Finally, he finds some room in the middle of that defense. Look at him. He sits back, and then he decides, I'm just gonna take off and get this one by myself. He finds the outside, gets up, makes a cut. So decisive as a runner. He figures out that he doesn't have anything downfield. He makes a cut, and he gets upfield. And here's another quarterback run for the Guthrie Blue Jays.
Over left guard, on the stop, down to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, Waddle does it again after picking up the big first down on that last carry. He's got 14 carries for 29 yards. The last one was a big 20-yard run to get him the first down, and it's just the second time tonight they've been in Carl Albert territory. Waddle again, just slammed as he threw the pass. I think he fell back into one of his offensive linemen, and the pass was incomplete. Boy, he took a pretty good shot.
Yeah, he took a hit because that guy knocked him completely out of the screen and hits the defender right in the face mask. I think he might have deflected the ball a little bit as well as he hits Waddell in the face.
Javion Traylor had it in his hands. I don't think he was watching the ball. He was trying to watch the receiver. The pass went right to him.
It's happened to me a time or two.
Play clock down to 2. Waddle again, throwing deep. Too deep, and I think we're going to have a flag, probably a roughing the passer.
Flag on the play, Traylor with the coverage.
Face mask here.
And it is. Personal foul face mask, going to be an automatic first down because all they needed was 8, so they're going to get 15 out of it.
Yeah, and they're lucky that that was a flag on that play because check out the replay. I mean, the cheerleaders had a better shot at catching that pass than Marcellus Owens did.
Yikes.
Yeah, that was a face mask if I've ever seen one.
That was a head twister, or a helmet twister of the head. The Blue Jays, first downs in the night 5, but 3 of them have come as a result of a penalty against Carl Albert. Handoff. Right side, Kaufman with the carry that time.
Telling you, with this 4-2-5 defense and that extra safety that they're sliding down into the box, it is hard to run against this team between the tackles. And this team, I mean Carl Albert.
Gain of 2, second and 8. Waddle slant. Caught and hit immediately by Javion Hunt.
I just mentioned the extra safety in the box now, didn't I? Watch this one right here as he slides out. It's just a quick slant. It's a quick slant. He leads him a little bit, but the safety makes sure it's for minimal gain, and he takes a big hit right there.
Marcellus Owens with the catch, held on, and then hops up, says, feed it to me again, I can take it.
Javion Hunt with the big lick right there.
Waddle's taken down as the blitz is called by Carl Albert. Reese Collier in on the tackle.
Check out the replay right here. doesn't even have any time to get his head down the field and try and get some extra yardage. Collier knifes through the offensive line and makes a big stop for a tackle for loss.
Ethan Ridnour, we've called his name several times tonight, also in on the exchange. Punt of the snap, gets by Waddle, and he goes down right at the 40. That was 4th down. And they turn it over, and nobody was ready when the ball was snapped. Well, I guess there was one guy ready, and that was the center who snapped it.
Take a look at the replay. You can see everybody's still looking around. The ball snapped. And instead of trying to get around and throw the ball out of bounds or anything, the quarterback decides to just eat it and sit down and let his defense play with great field position for Carl Albert.
And I don't know if he forgot what down it was, but he might have been better off throwing it downfield.
Yeah.
Gave up about 15 yards on the fumble. Coach Beebe encouraging his guys. And another penalty, and Coach Corley is not going to be happy with.
False start here.
The false starts against his Titan team here in the second half, the way the offense has come out of the locker room. You take a look at Coach Corley. No returning starters on this defensive unit for his team, but 5 players returned on offense from a year ago. And we mentioned the success of Carl Albert, the state titles. The 1998 team, this is their 20-year reunion out in the flat to Taylor. Kind of waiting for the defense to make a decision, and there he goes, and finally gets pushed out of bounds. How about that, Dion? He just stood there in front of the defense saying, hey, come get me. When they did, he took off.
I'm starting to see a little bit why they call him the rabbit. Watch this little bounce back he does. He catches the ball out of the backfield, 5-yard out, waits for them, does a little jump cut, comes out, breaks the tackle, and gets up the sideline. Great crafty running by Taylor right there. And he's impressed with himself.
A commit to Texas San Antonio, and you can see why. Man, he's very elusive. That's why they call him Rabbit. First down across midfield. Quick pass to Veals. He gets across the 40, and then he's triple teamed and thrown to the ground.
Yeah, that's a nice little hit by J.D. Coonfield.
Second and 8, just a gain of 2. Titans spread 3 receivers out to the left, trying to loosen up that front part of the defense of Guthrie. And they do. Taylor, right side. Knocked down. And he's going to maybe have another first down.
And let me show you the sign of a good running back. So they got trips formation over here to the side. So they're running away from it because they got the numbers. They give the edge to Taylor. And look at this right here. He doesn't go for the sideline. He delivers the blow to the defender, and he gets even more yards.
See how quick they break the huddle. This may be the last play of the third quarter. It's going to be it either way, even if they snap it. They do. They give it to Taylor. The horn sounds at the end of quarter number 3. And wow, he's still on his feet. Driving inside the 20-yard line. You're watching the Ford game of the week. No flags. 4 fingers up as we head to the 4th.
Good morning, Bella.
Good morning.
Are you ready?
Yeah. 5 little monkeys.
Yay, Bella!
Hold still. Almost done.
Oh, Bella, I really
Really love playing with you.
Thanks, Grandma. I really like our visits.
Whatever tech tomorrow dreams up, you'll be ready with GigaBlast. Future speed internet is here from Cox.
Look, if you're not the lead dog, the scenery never changes. That's why this is the view for every other full-size pickup. And this year, it's deja vu all over again. Because only the Ford F-150 gives you best-in-class torque, best-in-class payload, and you got it, baby, best-in-class towing. This is the big dog. This is the Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
Now get 0% financing for 60 months plus $4,250 cash back on a new F-150 at your Oklahoma Ford dealer today.
No one thinks about their water heater until it fails.
At that point, you have a huge mess on your hands with water damage everywhere.
A planned water heater replacement can save you a lot of trouble.
Right now, you can save big on a new high-efficiency water heater.
Call Airco Service,
the company you know. When Oklahoma weather causes the power to go out, you can be left in the dark.
Keep your lights on and your furnace running thanks to a new whole home generator installed by Airco.
And right now, save big on a new Kohler system. Call Airco Service today,
the company you know.
We are back in Guthrie, America / Oklahoma, and man, what a great night for high school football. It's finally cool temperatures, there's no heat and humidity, and this is a great game to be at the Rock in Guthrie.
And it looks like we're going to get a good one. I mean, still a lot of time left in this game, a whole fourth quarter left. Guthrie down by 14 points. Haven't had a lot of success offensively, but there's still time to get your offense going, put up 2 quick scores, and make a contest out of this one.
Carl Albert in the middle of a drive that started with about 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Scored 14 points in the first. Neither team scored in the second or third, and here a reverse pass. Wide open receiver, and ball didn't get there quick enough for Beals.
What a play! What a play, Zig!
Marcellus
Owens coming up with the big defensive stop. Watch him come up and make the grab, almost a grab. If he would have one-handed that, I would have fell out of my chair. I would have fell out of my chair, Zig. Look at that. He bats it down with one hand, showing off the speed, helping his defense out when they needed the most. Look at that. Almost brings it in.
Little trick play. Tavion Robinson actually got the ball down there quick. The defense just responded. Owens makes another big play in the secondary. Quick snap, direct snap to Taylor. Right side, stayed in bounds as long as he could. And you're right, he does not want to run out of bounds, but he's had 5 weeks off, so he's rested up.
And he's showing off the strength right now. He ended that third quarter with a big, strong run, and he's continuing on that trend here in the fourth. Look at this, trying to bring him down. Almost stays in bounds to get across the pylon. Let's see if they give 16 the ball again over here as they enter the red zone.
And again, Dadrion Taylor lines up in the Wildcat at quarterback. Snaps it to him, fakes the handoff, he keeps, spins. Corralled down inside the 5.
And guess who makes a stop? It's that man, number 20, Williams. Watch these two go at it. You're going to have to see them go at it the rest of the fourth quarter because you know who the man is offensively in the white. It's number 16, Taylor. You know who the man is on defense, holding it down in the middle. It's number 20, Williams. Watch these two go at it in the fourth quarter.
Second and goal from the 4. And again, Taylor, left side. Tries to carry defender into the end zone. They're going to mark him short.
It looked like he was stretching out, trying to reach the goal line.
Officials standing at about the 1. Leach is there again. Campbell Leach, number 36. He was close.
Yeah, it's been Dadrion Taylor's drive right here. Ending with the 3rd, starting with the 4th. 16 has really willed this team over here in the red zone.
4th straight snap, he leaps forward, touchdown, Carl Albert.
And he goes over the top like LaDainian Tomlinson. Touchdown, Titans.
Adrian Taylor, and boy, that last 4 plays of that drive was all him.
All 16. 16 for 6.
Take another look. Running power, and he goes right up the middle and just
goes over the top.
He never landed on the ground. landed on a big mass of humanity there.
Think about all the great running backs who have done that. I mean, Bo Jackson, LaDainian Tomlinson, Reggie Bush. All the great ones have that speed and that leaping ability. It all comes hand in hand, and right there, you see number 16, the man they call Rabbit, go right over the top of that Guthrie defense.
1-yard TD comes at the 10:29 mark of the fourth. 21-0 now. Carl Albert on top of Guthrie, and the way their defense has played tonight against this Guthrie offense, the Blue Jays have a tough hill to climb. A nice drive by Guthrie, or rather Titans, Carl Albert Titans. It encompassed 2 quarters.
Yeah.
Nearly 5 minutes of clock time too, as they kept it on the ground and moved the ball.
Yeah, and that was just a statement right there, a statement drive. And if they win, and if they go on and win this game, this one we're going to have to remember and point out, because they were adamant about running the football. They were adamant about getting number 16 some carries. And he put his head down on multiple times and made some big punishing runs, and then finally breaks through in the end zone by getting over the top. Just a sheer force and will of Taylor to get into the end zone.
And Jacob Eddy, the freshman who kicked the PAT through, he's perfect on the night, will kick it off. Got 3 Blue Jays deep to try and get something going on the return. Eddy and whistles are blown, and
offsides here, re-kick.
And it looks like Carl Albert was going for an onside kick, because that's why you see the offsides flag over here. Number 10 really trying to get after it and go over there and make the grab and get this offense another opportunity at the football. Now Guthrie has to beware. This guy right here, Marcellus Owens, he has to come down a little bit. They got to be wary of another onside kick. Don't think Carl Albert won't do it again. Check out the replay. It's a great kick by the kicker. A very high bounce. It gives this player an opportunity to go up there and make a play.
This time they kick it deep. And the ball's returned to about the 42-yard line, and decent starting field position for these Blue Jays. Both teams 6-0, and here you can see why Carl Albert's undefeated. It's pretty much all day Adrian Taylor on this drive.
Yes, sir, right here, 5-yard out, does some great job, crafty running on the sideline. And then look at this run over here. Off the trips to the left side, he finds the outside, has the numbers, and then strong run. Right here, another sweep to the outside, a direct snap to him. He breaks so many tackles, finally they push him out of bounds. And then the touchdown of Taylor going over the top and making a nice athletic play to get a touchdown for these Carl Albert Titans.
9-play drive for Carl Albert. Jackson Waddle dancing, trying to elude tacklers, and maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and he was trying to display some patient running right there. Look at him, wait for his blocks to set up, wait. But these Carl Albert Titans defenders are coming from everywhere, and he can't find anywhere to run.
Second and 8 as he picked up 2 in a pass. Under pressure, and he's sacked. Yeah, looked like he had Cade Gugasberg open here on the left side, but he was not looking that direction when he stepped back, and Alphonse Joseph made the catch. He was definitely looking straight downfield.
And you can see right here, you get a normal snapback. It takes about 2.5 seconds to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands. If you count, it kind of seems like that play right there, the sack was on the quarterback, holding on to the football just a little too long. And by that time, defenders able to get off their blocks and make a play in the backfield.
Is that where we came up with the 3 Mississippi count?
One Mississippi.
Yep.
Two Mississippi.
Waddle across the 50.
Waddell, the quarterback keeper.
And
Left in.
he it's just going to be a little bit short of the first down. He has to get to the 48. Looks like they're going to mark him at the 49. It's fourth down. You got to go for it if you're Guthrie.
Yeah, all game long, Jackson Waddle has not had anybody to throw to on that back end. It's been a strong performance from this Carl Albert secondary. Again, I want to remind you that they're in that 4-2-5 defense. Got an extra safety back there, so those windows are extra small for that quarterback to fit it in. And so if he's not confident in his ability to get it inside that window, he's going to tuck it and run with it.
Going to go right, cuts it inside. He's got the first down. Could have had more. Ran it into one of his offensive linemen.
Yeah, that's unfortunate right there because he had a big hole. He just runs right into the backside of his lineman, or he might be still trotting for a little bit more. Check out the replay right here. It's an option play. He gets the read. He decides to cut it up, runs into number 58. And number 73 for Carl Albert is able to bring him down to the ground before he can reach to the end zone.
6th first down of the night for the Blue Jays. They are in Carl Albert territory. Waddle rolls to his right. Pass incomplete. A flag comes in. Wow, late flag. I think the coaching staff helped on that one on the sideline. The ball was well past the receiver when he got hit.
And as a defensive back, I always hated being on the sideline of the opposing team because more than likely they're going to get a little bit of the calls. And we can check out the replay here. It looked like he was right on time. It looked like he was right on time.
It was close.
The referee might have thought he was a little early, but in my opinion,
White, it's going to be a first down.
Number 20, Montrell Britt, made a great play. In my opinion, number 20, the defensive back, Montrell Britt, made a nice play.
Andy Casey, who played wide receiver in high school, says, hey, that's pass interference.
I don't want to hear it, Andy.
Andy working stats for us here. Appreciate his help on this Friday night. First down for the Blue Jays. Waddle going deep, right side. And it's for Owens, incomplete. He might have got away with a little bit of a push on that one.
Yeah, and right there, Waddell just gives his wide receiver an opportunity to try and go up and make a play because he was not past the cornerback. The cornerback had good position on him. He does have a little bit of a push off there, tries to bring it in with one arm. Can't hang on to it and can't stay in bounds.
Second down, Waddle throws a backwards pass. And so the pitch, I guess it's a pitch, it's complete. Caught that time by Josh Raines.
But with the speed of this Carl Albert defense, a screen pass to the running back out of the backfield towards the short side of the field, that's not going to get it done. They're going to run that down every time.
Got back to the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10. Waddle again. Going for the end zone. 2 Carl Albert defenders there, and it's broken up. They've already intercepted 2 passes tonight.
And right there, again, just Waddell throwing the ball into double coverage, but trying to give his athlete, his wide receiver, Marcellus Owens, an opportunity. I mean, this is the big-time playmaker for them. They got to give him some shots and some opportunities. Puts the ball right there for him. He just can't come down with the catch.
Trying to get some points on the board. It's going to be a 47-yard field goal try from David Vargas. Career long of 43 from a year ago. And good effort. Just a little bit short and to the left, and the Titan defense holds again as they are looking for a shutout.
Yeah, and I think a little bit of the rushers getting into his getting to his head.
We'll take a break. You're watching the Ford Game of the Week on YurView.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Hey, high school football fans, you want your school to be the Ford Game of the Week? You choose which game will be the Ford Game of the Week on October 19th. Here are your choices: Millwood at Star Spencer, Norman at Jinx, or Edmond North at Southmore. To vote, go to yourview.com/FordFanPick. Remember, vote early, vote often, and tell your friends. You vote, you decide. Winners will be announced on October 17th. For more information and the best in high school football, go to yourview.com.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Welcome to the Rock. North end zone here in Guthrie. The Blue Jays trailing Carl Albert 21-0 our score. 7:35 to go in this football game. Guthrie just turned it over on downs and start this drive, handing it off to Dadrion Taylor the way they ended the last drive as he took the ball into the end zone for a touchdown. Carl Albert can get a couple of first downs here, Dion. They'll run that clock under about 4.5 minutes and pretty much lock this one down. We see Ben Harris on the night, 10 of 25, 155 yards. But he also has 2 passing touchdowns to Ben Harris, a 40-yarder and a 20-yarder. Both came in the first quarter to give this Carl Albert team a 14-0 lead. And then Taylor just went over from 1 yard out a couple of minutes ago, and that makes it 21-0. Taylor again, rabbit, right side, just waiting for some space to get through. Carl Albert shut out Northwest Classen a week ago, 48-0. So if they can hold on tonight, it would be back-to-back shutouts for them defensively.
Yeah, and right there, just strong running by Taylor. Following his blockers, being patient, and getting up the field.
The Albert team has wins over Midwest City, Del City, Shawnee, Guyman, Piedmont, and Classic. I don't know if they're going to have the first down. And it was 4th and about 4. They did the wildcat to Taylor again, and he is short. And they're going to have to punt.
Yeah, it looked like Cale Kaufman was able to get in there and make a stop on defense. Nice 3 and out for this Guthrie defense.
Taylor's been a workhorse tonight. 88 yards, 20 carries, 88 yards. Harris, a high spiraling punt. Ball rolls and is down at the 30-yard line. Looked like Owens might have slipped. Is that Owens? No, that was actually number 26, C.J. Ward.
Yeah, with 5 minutes left in this game, Guthrie's going to have to take a quick strike down the field and try and put some points on there if they're going to want to try and make this a game and make a nice little comeback with almost 5 minutes left.
Lineup trips left. Waddle looking right. And nearly picked off again as there was 5 defenders back there and 1 receiver for Guthrie. Waddle took another shot as he threw the football.
Yeah, look at him. Getting up off the turf time after time. As this Carl Albert defense has been in that backfield.
It's Denzel Knapp who was back there, big number 79. 5'10", 290. keeps. It barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd down for the Blue Jays.
What's Coach Beebe have up his sleeve to get a 1st down and keep this drive going?
Remember, at the end of the first half, we saw a couple reverses and then almost a reverse pass. I'll be interested to see if they pull another trick one out of their bag.
Waddle right side complete. Owens, no, not Owens. Brody Hinkle. Team's leading receiver, and I think that's the first catch that Hinkle has had tonight.
Yeah, they've really done a good job of nullifying him, making sure he hasn't touched the ball tonight.
Guthrie going for it. .429 to go. Waddle again over the middle. And drops incomplete. Intended for Hinkle again. And again, 3 defenders back there for the Titans.
Yeah, and right there, Jackson trying to go for it all when he only needed a little, about 5 yards. Would have liked to see more of a out route at that time to try and get a 1st down and get him out of the bounds and save some clock. But they hit him with the post route down the middle and thrown into almost triple coverage, comes out incomplete. Now Carl Albert has the ball, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna see a lot of running plays to run down this clock and probably get in the end zone for another score.
Taylor right up the gut.
Taylor, the ball carrier, straight up the middle.
He got about 5 on that 1st down carry.
Williams, Whitfield, Stevenson on the tackle. Brings up 2nd down for the Tigers.
Actually going to move the ball back a little bit. He may have gotten 4 out of it. 2nd and 6. Carl Albert just needs to take their time with 3:50 and counting, 15 to go on the play clock. Get a 1st down here on this drive, Dion, then
put this one away, huh?
Put it away. Taylor again, carry number 22, running into defenders, carrying guys with him, and it's going to be a 1st down.
So you remember when I said in the first half, if he stays patient, stays behind his blockers and uses them, they'll pay dividends in the second half primarily.
Yeah.
I think you're starting to see that unfold just a little bit here.
3 minutes and 28 seconds left for the game.
100 yards now on the night for Taylor. 22 carries, 100 yards.
22 carries. Whew. He's been a workhorse tonight.
Some of those he took as a quarterback. Penalty on.
Good dead ball. I'll start here. Big 1st down.
Penalty on Carl Albert. Actually, that benefits them because they just burned another 25 seconds off the clock. Some of you may have been watching the Tulsa game tonight. They led USF all night. USF scored a couple of touchdowns in the 4th, missed 2-point conversions on both of them, or missed a PAT and then a 2-point conversion, then kicked a last-second field goal to beat the Hurricane 25-24. Another flag comes flying in. Taylor keeps it in bounds. He's got enough for the first down, but the flag in a position where it may have been a hold or a...
Stops the clock once again. This is an inopportune time to be getting penalties.
It's going to be a cut block. So if they called a holding when the ball was going the opposite direction with 2.5 minutes to go, we need to talk to the officials after the game.
Yeah.
But a cut block, yes, you need to be calling that because that's a safety. It's a 15-yard penalty, so Carl Albert's going the wrong way. But then what happens is it's still first down, so then they get to run 3 more plays.
Well, you know, with the clock being 2 minutes and 33 seconds, I'm pretty sure no matter where the ball is, they're going to try and go ahead and get a first down and put this one away. So why not try for it from 1st and 30?
Guess who gets it again? Rabbit. Oh, just tripped up as he crosses the 40-yard line, or he might have scored.
Yeah.
He was starting to turn the Jets on, wasn't he?
You could see he was getting that full head of steam.
J.D. Coonfield tripped him up.
It's been a couple of tackles like that that's kept Taylor from reaching the end zone.
Coonfield on the tackle. Brings up 2nd down for the Titans.
Five seconds on the play clock. Taylor spins, gets down to the 35. It's going to bring up a 3rd, and still a long way to go. It's 2nd and 22. Now it's 3rd and about 20. He still has to get inside the 14 or 15-yard line for a first down. Taylor again. Another flag comes in. See what that one is.
Williams and Guthrie on the stop. Flag on the play.
Mark the penalty off and see what Reggie.
If he wants the clock.
See what Reggie Redwine calls.
Got a hole here.
Holding.
Repeat 3rd down.
So repeat 3rd down. Run the clock, so this will be it. Carl Albert will snap it once because there's 17 on the play clock, 28 in the game. As soon as it gets below 25, they'll go ahead and snap it. Ben Harris will take a knee, and the Titans will be 7-0 on the season, get their 2nd straight shutout. And that'll do it. So Carl Albert comes on the road, and in a huge district showdown of 2 teams that are 6-0, flex their muscles, especially on defense. They force 2 turnovers and get a couple of touchdown passes from Ben Harris to Anthony Davis. Adrian Taylor, the senior, back after off 5 weeks with an injury, comes back last week, and then this week a big night for him, over 100 yards rushing. And Carl Albert takes it 21-0. So they are now tied with McGuinness for the lead in the district. Those two teams will meet in week 10. In week 9, Guthrie will have their shot to upset McGinnis and maybe upset the apple cart in the district race a little bit. We'll take a break, come back, and we're going to talk to the coach and the players of the game. You're watching the Ford Game of the Week.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
During Ford SUV season, find out why more people come back to Ford than any other brand. Here's a reason.
We've got room.
And here's another.
Waze says it's faster to take the side streets.
Perfect.
And by the way, Ford has won more J.D. Power Initial Quality Awards than any other brand. During Ford SUV season, get 0% for 72 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on Escape, Edge, and Explorer. See your Oklahoma Ford dealer today.
You may have heard of Tulsa Tech, but did you know we offer business and industry training for large and small companies? Come get trained and certified in areas like confined space, HAZWOPER, crane rigging, CPR, first responder, and more. To learn more about our affordable and customized training and how Tulsa Tech can be a valuable resource to your company, call 918-828-5000 or visit us online at tulsatech.edu.
It's that time of year to get your furnace checked.
That's right, and our trouble-free guarantee makes it easy.
If your furnace breaks down this season, this tune-up's on us, so call Airco Service today.
The company you know.
When Oklahoma weather causes the power to go out, you can be left in the dark.
Keep your lights on and your furnace running thanks to a new whole home generator installed by Airco.
And right now, save big on a new Kohler system. Call Airco Service today.
The company you know.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Final score tonight, Carl Albert Titans #1 in Class 5A, 7-0 on the season with a 21-0 win over Guthrie. Ben Harris, a couple of TD passes to Anthony Davis, and Adrian Taylor, a 1-yard touchdown run. The play of the game came in the first quarter. Second drive, Harris to Anthony Davis, breaks a tackle and then tight ropes down the sidelines. 40 yards later, 7-0. Took him 6 plays. Have a look at it from field level. Big tackle break right there, and then holds his balance to stay in bounds for the score. There were all the points they needed on the night, but he would catch another TD pass. And that was 7-0 at that point. Your final stats on the night. Look at that. Just 8 passing yards on the night for Guthrie. 52 yards on the ground. 155 yards passing for Carl Albert. 12 first downs, no turnovers. Davis, 2 touchdowns. Adrian Taylor, 26 carries, 113 yards. And Guthrie turned it over twice. A team that came in forcing 4 turnovers basically a game by their opponents, did not force one tonight, and they turned it over twice. The good news, though, those turnovers did not lead to any points. They were able to stiffen their defense and hold Carl Albert, but the Titans did score on other occasions, and that's how they come out of here with a 21-0 win over Guthrie. Let's take a look at the players of the game. We usually have a player, but 2 guys competed for tonight, and Anthony Davis. Again, that touchdown pass is first of the game. Looks kind of familiar. We saw that one already. That made it 7-0. And then next time they got the ball, this one from 20 yards out. Davis back of the end zone from Ben Harris. That made it 14-0. Adrian Taylor, plays like this is why he's one of the top players in the state. Dukes the defense, nice pickup. He ended up rushing for better than 100 yards on the night, and he was a workhorse. Injured in week 1, came back last week in week 6, and in full force tonight in week 7 as they improved to 7-0 with the 21-0 victory. Carl Albert takes it with a big win over the Guthrie Blue Jays, their first loss of the year, so they fall into second place in the district race. McGinnis and Carl Albert now both 4-0 in district play, 7-0 overall. Now Dion Amade with the players of the game.
Yeah, I got my man Dadrion Taylor right here. Got my man Anthony Davis, the touchdown makers of tonight's game. First of all, Dadrion, we got to ask this question, all right? Why do they call you Rabbit?
Because it's hard to catch a rabbit, baby. It's hard to catch a rabbit.
I like that answer. I like that answer. So, 1 touchdown tonight, 22 carries, a long, hard-fought victory. How do you feel about the game?
I feel pretty good. Coming off an MCL injury, you know, I was out for, 5 weeks. I injured in the first game coming out. I mean, I started off kind of slow. Everything was going. My boy AJ came in and gave me some sparking. In the second half, I came through and did my thing.
Well, you sure did do your thing. Anthony Davis, 2 touchdown grabs in the first half. Yeah. How you feel about that, my man?
I feel pretty good. You know, it's my first time ever doing that, my first varsity touchdown, you know. So I feel real good about it. I just had to come in here and execute. We've been working on it all week. So, like, you know, we gotta do it. This is what we gotta do. Stay undefeated. Stay undefeated.
Stay undefeated. So I'm gonna ask both of y'all this question. Going on to the rest of the season, what do y'all got to do to stay undefeated and win a state championship?
No penalty. We got to stop getting penalties, you know. Sometimes our line, you know, gets off. We false start, you know, we jump stuff like that. We got to eliminate all penalties and everything like that when go undefeated.
Anthony, I'm asking you the same question. What do y'all got to do to stay undefeated?
We just got to stay disciplined and have practice 100%, and just keep working. That's all we got to do. Just keep working and give everything we got. That's all we can do.
Well, here are our players. That's Dadrion Taylor. That's Anthony Davis. That's the touchdown scorers of tonight's game. Back to you, Zig.
All right, thanks a lot, Dion. Appreciate it. This Carl Albert team has won 21 straight. They won 14 last year, first undefeated season in school history, and then, of course, the 7 games into this season to make it 21 in a row, and they're trying to just keep that streak going. Now Dion's down there with Coach Mike Corley.
Coach, good, hard-fought victory. We just talked to the guys who scored the touchdown. Now let's talk a little bit about the defense. Got that goose egg on the board. How do you feel about their performance?
Really proud of the defense. You know, it's a group that's been gelling. It's been a work in progress, but they really stepped up tonight against a really good Guthrie football team, and I just couldn't be prouder of them.
Now, speaking of the other side of the ball, your offense as a whole, how do you feel about their performance as well and going to the rest of the season?
The kids just said it there. We got to eliminate mistakes. We got to eliminate penalties, or it's going to get us in a tight ball game down the road. You know, we've been working on it, but we've got to improve there. But their effort's good. They're getting after it. They're playing hard, but we can't get those penalties.
Well, good, hard-fought victory tonight, and good luck with the rest of the season,
Thanks,
Coach.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Back to you, Zig.
All right, thanks a lot, Dion. Appreciate it. Carl Albert wins it 20-1. Our next game Thursday night, the Ford game of the week, will be in Sand Springs. Sandites hosting Bixby. Bixby #1 in Class A Division II. Game time 7 on YurView. Check out Bixby and Sand Springs next Thursday. Friday night, I have no idea where we're going, but you can be a part of it. The next game in the Ford Fan Pick game of the week. Who you're going to pick? Millwood, Star Spencer, Norman at Jinx, or Edmond North at Southmore. Go to yourview.com/FordFanPick to cast your vote. Vote early, vote often, and continue to vote all the time. Voting closes at noon on Monday, so we can pick the location to go next Friday night. For Dion Amade and our entire YurView broadcast team, I'm Mike Ziegenhorn. So long from Guthrie. The final score, Carl Albert wins it 21-0. To watch the game on replay, log on to yourview.com. Good night from The Rock in Guthrie, Oklahoma.
Game Time on YurView has been brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers, the best in Oklahoma. Airco, the company you know. Tulsa Tech, for your future success, go to tulsatech.edu. And by Weoki Credit Union. Join us all fall long for some of the top high school football from around the country on Game Time.